Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetable Bread, and we're going to be playing some Ascension 20 Slay the Spire today. I believe the last run was silent. It was Watcher. I was wrong. Drat. Very well then. Next run will be with Ironclad. I'm doing good. Just made some tea. I needed one of those screens where it's like the stream is going to start in 5 minutes. But I don't have one of those, so I just did the Slay the Spire main menu. So we get a card reward to choose a random relic, obtain a curse for a rare card, or trade out for a mouse relic. And this is our starting pathing options. Do have access to an early shop. Looks like there's plenty of elites. If we either go up the middle or the left, we're able to get 3. I think we can start with the exercise right now, just while we're thinking about these Neo options. I think I'm actually gonna stretch though. I'm feeling a little sore from yesterday, so stretch. Alright, let's take a rare card. Rare cards are really insane for Ironclad, and we can get rid of the curse at the shop. Secret Technique is good. None of these are what I was hoping for. What I was hoping for was like Demon Form or Immolate. Oh, it was a rare colorless card. I did not read the thing carefully enough. Clearly it's a rare colorless card, because these are all rare colorless cards. Well, Secret Technique is great if you're trying to win. Magnetism is also great. We'd need to upgrade on that pretty quick. I think it's probably Secret Technique though. Secret Technique's really good. Actually, Magnetism is pretty insane too. But Metamorphosis also is quite good. If you can get that on turn 1 against Gremlin Knob, that solves a lot of your problems. You don't have to pick any more attacks, basically. Yeah, these are all pretty reasonable. I think Magnetism is the most fun to build around, so I think we'll try that. I wish I had Innate, though. You end up depending on those colorless cards. And there's no way to bottle it. Let's give that a shot. We actually don't need to remove the curse, it's just injury. It's not a big deal. So we could take a 3-fight route instead of a early shop route. Yeah, there's Bottled Tornado, but we just can't guarantee that we get that. So we got up the middle here. Actually, there's no way to get 3 fights, is there? We could do these 2 fights and a question mark in a shop, and then get 3 elites up the middle. I think I like that path. Well, we either get 12 damage or Magnetism developed. Unfortunately, I think 12 damage is probably better at the moment. Definitely defending. it's close, and I need to start getting a feel for magnetism and how it works in the deck. So it's magnetism. Get some information. Alright, well the bomb basically wins the fight, so that's neat. Enlightenment does nothing. Taking a ton of damage in this fight. Taking 14 so far. Flash of Steel is great. Second copy of the bomb. Boom. Okay, well, I ended up taking 8 net damage in that fight, which is not great. We're going to get access to Purity that removes cards. So we already have Power Through Synergy, if we want to choose that. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're saying with the bomb. I know that the bomb is a skill. It's not the same. Oh, was it the same copy? I thought that. I just assumed it put another copy into my hand. But yeah, you're probably right that it was from the shuffle. So because we have intermittent access to Purity, we could choose Power Through. And try to block until Magnetism wins the fight, basically. Power Through also helps us block on the Magnetism turn, which is pretty expensive. Also, we don't care about the card quality of the deck very much, because we've got the extra colorless cards. Also, neither Pommel Strike nor Iron Wave is particularly exciting. So I think we'll grab the Power Through. I'll take the question mark. If it's Snecko, we can remove the curse later. It is Wing Statue. Alright, well, I'll pay to remove a strike. Oh wait, we want to remove a curse. I always mess that up. Okay. Great, so we got rid of the curse. Nothing much to do here but break them both and block. Take 9. Man, these early fights are really messing me up. We probably want to kill the back one to avoid taking damage. Do that. And win the fight. Whirlwind's great. There are no energy things that are colorless, so we can't end up getting, like, whatever, double your energy or something. But Whirlwind's still a great card. Gives us some AoE. Can't afford any of the relics, that's unfortunate. There's that secret weapon we could have picked. Wild Strike does some good stuff. I don't know if these relics are crazy. Like, Ancient Tea Set's okay, but it's hard to spend like 2 extra energy when you have it. Really, the only one I'm missing is Preserved Insect. That one's quite good. Wild Strike is kind of like along the same synergy line as Power Through. So we could pick up a Wild Strike and then like an Evolve and a True Grit. Try to do that thing. Feel no pain. Go play Havoc. We have a Magnetism in the deck, so we could play that. It does give you extra energy, but it's just it's hard to use that energy because you get 2 extra energy on a turn, and so if you're a 3 energy deck, suddenly you have 5 energy, but you've built around being a 3 energy deck. But if you're like a 4 energy deck, suddenly you have 6 energy. Yeah, just if you have Ancient Tea Set, a lot of times you waste energy on your first turn because you don't have like Ice Cream, you know, you can't buffer it. Take Flex Pot card remove maybe. It's pretty good with Whirlwind. You take Flexpot Wild Strike. I think I like Flexpot Wild Strike. It's not a big shot, but it'll help me win the first elite fight. We're not going to the right, are we? We get an extra fire. Yeah, it's if we think we're taking 3 elites, we go left. But that's kind of a brutal path because we have to do elite, hallway fight, or hallway fight, elite, hallway fight, elite, hallway fight, elite. Yeah, so I think I do go right. It's a little bit less impressive of a path. We get 2 extra fires. We're at 50 health, we're not full. We took some damage from those easy fights, so. Ooh, that late shop is looking good now. Talk about this one. We could wake him up right now, but might as well wait until Magnetism's online. We could bash Deep Breath and hope to draw Wild Strike. That's the best wake up. Or we could just bash Strike. I guess we just Deep Breath now. Oh, we did draw Wild Strike. Wow. Yeah, he's waking up either way. That is true. Is this a flex spot? Or are we trying to flex spot next turn? I think we'll try to flex spot next turn. Nothing really to get with Secret Technique, and I would like to use it to get power through later. So I'll just leave that. I will use the flex spot this turn, even though it's just 2 strikes, just because I want to use the vulnerable lots here. I suppose we could have waited for Panacea to use with the flex spot. Okay. Do I want 2 skills? We have to take 10 damage to do it. I don't think so. I think we'll wait for better stuff. Mind Blast is only doing 6 damage. That's what a strike does. So we'll just bash strike. We're going really slow. We might lose this fight. If we Deep Breath, then Power Through skips a shuffle, so we could Power Through and then Deep Breath. This is gonna exhaust me. What? Let's put Wild Strike and Power Through. Yeah, and Power Through in the shuffle, and then draw 1. Okay. Pretty satisfied with the strike. We should get lethal next turn. Okay, well, we took a lot of damage. Hey, Ragnarok. Yeah, I enjoyed watching your stream. Thanks for coming. I also saw your follow. I appreciate it. What are we doing here? Alright, so which one of these combos with Magnetism? It's really hard to figure out what Magnetism does exactly. Pummel scales really well with strength scaling, if we can get any of that. But that isn't... I don't think Magnetism ever strength scales you, so maybe we shouldn't think about that. Yeah, does Tiny Chest proc this act? No, we have to wait till next act. We get 1 tick on it. Clothesline blocks a little bit. We don't have really any blocking other than Power Through. Havoc couldn't help us get rid of the wounds. If the top card of our deck is a wound, we exhaust it. It's not really a great use of Havoc, but... I'll take Pummel just to have a little bit more damage. Eventually the deck is going to be full of colorless cards in a long fight, but Pummel helps us front load the damage a little bit. think we need to rest here. Alright, let's take that tiny chest. Get a fight. Crummy starting hand here. Hey Yufun, how's it going? Let's see, strike or pummel. So if we do 8 damage to him, he is at 38. 38 is not a breakpoint for any particular reason I can see, versus him being at 40. So if we're going to wild strike him and maybe double strike, then we're doing 24 damage. So he's down to 14. Yeah, 14 is still 3 strikes, so we'll just strike him here. Keep the pummel in the deck, increases the attack density next truffle. I gotta pick some expensive cards so that those evaluates start paying off. We're gonna keep getting them. Maybe I should have picked the, whatchamacallit for that reason. This is free, so I guess I'll play it. We don't have enough damage here, so I think we take the damage we can get easily. How much damage can we do next turn? Max damage next turn is Bash Pummel for 20. So we have to play at least 1 strike. 1 strike also gets us into triple strike range, so that's 18 damage. It does not get us into Whirlwind for 3 range. But it does get us into Strike and Whirlwind for 2 range. Okay. Yikes. We are not doing well. This run is going very poorly. All these cards are bad. Body Slam's kind of interesting with the power through. We could take Flex and hope for a Clockwork Souvenir at the shop, or a Panacea from Magnetism. It's not crazy. We have Pummel, Whirlwind. Flex really needs an upgrade though, and there's some other things that need upgrades too. Specifically Magnetism. So I can skip. The Courier. Well, we are going to a shop soon, so I guess we'll grab this. We also, like, badly need anything that helps us, so taking the key would be inappropriate. I guess we take the fight first. It's probably impossible that we gain max HP during this fight, but at least we gain information about whether or not we need to rest here. Maybe we get a card we want to upgrade. Uh-oh. We can Wild Strike to block for 10. That's sounds like I'm planning to leave Fat Gremlin alive. Okay, so if we Wild Strike him, and power through, we do block out. Fat Gremlin survives at 9. Or we could Wild Strike both on the Fat Gremlin, and then power through and take 5. Whirlwind's actually kind of terrible in this fight, because we don't want to make these guys mad. Yeah, I think we have to kill the Fat Gremlin. Alright. Pummel Strike can kill the front one. Pummel Strike defend, take 5. Good Whirlwind and take 1,000,000. Double defend blocks out. Alright, now we have to choose one. We can triple strike the back one and take a lot of damage. Let's see, it would be 10 plus 6, so 16. We can double strike and defend. I think I like double strike defend on the back one. We could defend a whirlwind. Develops 10 damage on the front one, so that we could probably kill him next turn. I guess we only kill him if we get Bash Wild Strike. But even if we miss it, we get Power Through. Probably. We do take 4 damage. Go to 11. But I think surviving the fight is a pretty good outcome at this point. So let's go for that. Alright, we did get Bash Wild Strike, so we survived. Surviving the act is going to be tricky. Impervious helps a lot. Particularly against Slime Boss. So we gotta hope that lines up right. We clearly have to rest here. Before we are forced into an elite. Okay, this is probably pretty survivable. I'll double defend instead of pummeling to keep the attack density up. Deck density is a pretty big problem in this fight because of all the bases. Darn, we got Magnetism and Whirlwind on the same turn. Whirlwind's probably the best card in the deck right now. But Magnetism also helps you like do things. If we Whirlwind for 3, we do 15 AoE. Doesn't kill anybody or anything. The other line is probably like Wild Strike Magnetism. I had a smoke bomb at a shop and I considered buying it, but I didn't feel desperate. I would smoke bomb this fight though. But if we smoke bomb this fight, we're going to the boss with two relics, neither one of which helps in combat. I think we would just die eventually. Probably Act 2 we would die. I don't think I like Defend Strike, Wild Strike. Wild Strike Whirlwind is pretty reasonable if we're going to Whirlwind. So we do 10, 22 to this one. Leave him at 12. We have to draw 2 strikes, so he never attacks again. But we skip Magnetism to do it. I think it's correct. Two strikes, power through. Okay. Now the grind begins. Alright, we're taking 10 no matter what we do, so might as well Whirlwind. It does 30 damage. Might be able to kill this sentry before he attacks. Might just die. Looks like we're taking 0. We could probably kill. We might be able to kill this sentry before he attacks. That would be nice. Nope, we are dead. Thanks, Magnetism. We're gonna get the embarrassing meow options next time. Yeah, I'm not really sure what went wrong here exactly. We just took a bunch of damage in hallway fights. Like, we took like 14 from Jawworm, and then like we got the hardest hard hallway fight, the swarm of gremlins. This run just did not want us to win. Got poorly ordered card draw in the sentry fight. Kind of brutal.